Sunday, baby. I was just on the way in here a little while ago. Got in a knife fight on the way over here. I jumped by a local gang of thugs. They was all out there with their knives, tried to get all my money and stuff. Told them I didn't have none. Anyway, they let me go and I went on my way. So, what's going on? First off, I want to say thank you very much to Denise Pickering. Denise Pickering is out in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Denise has been a longtime friend of ours, and she sent the shirt. She sent the shirt from Las Vegas, and I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but it's a DVD, One Team, One Dream, from One Amazing Evening on October 7th, 2017. I wanna watch this later on, and this nice poster. We're gonna put this up on our board. Commit to the truth, stand for fairness, fight for justice for all of us, and stop Trump. And then on the back, it's got a lot of information on the back about why we are who we are, why this country belongs to us, belongs to the progressives, the liberals, because that's what we do. This is what we do. But it says more than 50% of Americans approve of the Affordable Care Act. Yep. Majority of Americans, 60%, support access to birth control. Yeah, it's the simple things that they don't like. You know, climate change, the border wall. No, we don't want the border wall. 60% of Americans oppose the border wall. And you minus that 25% of just morons that Donnie's got down there, and you'll come up with the right numbers. Anyway, I appreciate it, Denise. Denise is always involved in the system and politics. She belongs to several groups down in Nevada, and she's always very active. I am tickled to death to have her as a friend. I got a little concerned about her the night of the shooting because I knew that Denise lived in Vegas. I knew she was very outgoing, and in her words, was living a fantasy, storybook life, and I hope she continues that. But I got a little concerned for her, but we heard from her, and she's fine. And Las Vegas, they're still in our heart, they're still in our thoughts, but they're not in the news anymore. Gun legislation, nah, we don't want to talk about that right now. We got other things to talk about. What do we have to talk about anyway? Y'all know what we're going to talk about. But it's sad that the gun debate hasn't been louder. That the ban on those bump stocks is not approved yet. But they're not, they drag their heels on so many shit. I just read an article the other day that Donnie is just now getting around to getting ready to push some of those sanctions that we put on Russia for for meddling in our affairs that were supposed to go on in October 1st, but there were some delays here because we've got to do this and we got to jump through this hoop over here and we don't want to tell him yet, all that other shit, and he's finally being forced to have to deal with some of them. And so yeah, it's like dragging the goat when he don't want to go, and it's pitiful. So what else is going on? I heard there was some kind of news going on, something I wrote down or wrote about, or can't you just wait till Monday? I can't wait till Monday. We have an indictment, a sealed indictment, handed down from a federal grand jury in Washington, and there's going to be an arrest on Monday. Tick, 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 tick. Just going right along, ain't we? You have to ask yourself, who is it going to be? It's going to be, most everybody thinks it'll probably be either Michael Flynn or Paul Manafort. Either one is a good job, because that's going to be the first domino. That's going to be the first little squealer that's going to get caught, and he's going to get indicted, and he's going to go to jail, and he's going to get a little picture taken and all that shit, and he's going to be charged with a crime. And so now, what do you want to talk about now? Who do you want to roll over? You want to continue this down this road because it's going to domino one to another. If it's not Paul Manafort this time, it will be next time. If it's not Michael Flynn this time, it will be next time. It's going to go right up the line. The whole damn crew of them, as far as I'm concerned. You have to remind yourself, though, don't you know, that Trump's just going ape shit over this? He is just beside himself. And you could see that in his last tweets that I read up there. Because he doesn't have a thumbnail on this. Rod Rosenstein, what is his name? Rod Rosenstein, he's the Deputy Attorney General, you know, because our Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, can't get involved in this stuff because he had to recuse himself because he had dealings with Russians. You know, banana. No. He was dealing with the Russians, so he had to recuse himself and get his ass out of it. So Rod Rosenstein, he's the Attorney General that's going to look at this. He already knows who it is. Rod Rosenstein had to know who was going to be charged. And don't you know Donnie just itching to get into his brain? What has Donnie said? Donnie has said, never seen such Republican anger and unity as I have concerning the lack of investigation into Clinton-made fake dossier, uranium to Russia, 33,000 emails plus deleted emails, the Comey fix, and so much more. That's what he tweeted out. Look, over there. Don't look at me. Look over there. There's a fire over there. Look, don't look at me. Don't. That's exactly what Donnie's doing. He plays this game. Oh, he is. Is he hung up on Hillary Clinton or not? I swear this guy can't get her out. She's not running anymore, Donnie. You can give up on that fake shit. You talk about a banana. Yep, Donnie's waving a big banana around. Yeah, we see the facts there, Donnie. We know what's going on. And what else did he write? Such unity and anger. I ain't seen it. I seen Flake and Corker get up there and call you a stinking liar. That's what I've seen. I haven't seen the Republicans getting all upset about Hillary Clinton's 33,000 emails, Donnie. Why? Because they don't mean shit. Sort of like Big Ghazi. Republicans will throw emails, oh my God, emails. Yeah, what about those emails, Donnie Jr.? How about them emails? Jared Kushner? How about them emails y'all worry about so much? Anyway, he went on to say, instead they look at phony Trump-Russia collusion, witch hunt for evil politics, but the R's are fighting back like never before. I don't see it, Donnie. Fighting back like never before. I don't see the shit, Donnie. They're looking at you for one thing, buddy. Tax cuts. Get rid of them tax cuts. Get that through the Senate. Get that bill passed, and your ass is toast, buddy. There is so much guilt by the Democrats in Clinton, and now facts are pouring out. Do something! That's what he wrote at the end of his tweet. Do something! Who's he tweeting to? Remember, he's tweeting to his minions, his little followers out there. His little cockroaches. Do something! Save Donnie, that's what he's trying to say. Come to my defense. Do something. Help me. They're going to hang him. Yeah. All Russia talk, right? When the Republicans are making a big push for historic tax cuts and reform. Is this coincidental? Not. Well, if it wasn't the tax cuts coming up, Donnie, it would have been something else. It's always going to be something else when the Russia shit comes out. When Mueller puts out the arrest warrant for your ass, well, it's going to be some other bullshit going on. Oh, look, I'm fixing to pass a historic free everything for, just don't look at. Yeah. Because that's what it's all about, people. I said it the other day. It's about the tax cuts. As soon as he gets through the tax cuts, I think that the Republican Party, they haven't done anything. They're not behind him. They're going to start falling one by one because Donnie Boy keeps making a dick out of himself. And now he's screaming about everything. Nothing screams more than what's that, that he's guilty, that because he constantly screams about Hillary or some other bullshit. Yeah, I understand Hillary may have put in for that dossier, but that's not the point. What does the dossier say? And can it be confirmed? Now let's take a look on the Trump side. Cambridge Analytical? Huh. No collusion there, just looking for information, right, Donnie? No contacts there. Anyway, what else is going on? I'm telling you, people, I ain't prepared. I've had a rough week. I started out with real bad pain in my hip, went to the doctor, got sick either from the pills I took, which I think it was, and come back on Friday feeling pretty good. This front blew in on Saturday, and I spent all day yesterday sneezing and sniffling, and I got allergies, I guess, sneaking up on me. But whatever came blowing in with this norther, it was 37 degrees when I woke up here. It's 72, I think, when I left upstairs. But that 30-something degrees is freezing to me down here. Anyway, it's all about the tax cuts. You know, and those tax cuts, we know who they're for. They're not for us. They're for big business and very wealthy. We're going to get screwed on this tax cut, so we need to fight every bit of that. Anyway, what else is going on? Bob McNair should learn how to shut his mouth. Bob McNair shouldn't say things public if he doesn't know how to operate his mouth. You'd think he would. He's a very intelligent fellow. He's the owner of the Houston Texans. But when discussing what they were going to do with the with these players that might want to be taking a knee, he made a comment that we can't let the inmates run the prison. Well, Bob, that's not a kind thing to say there, asshole. And what was the direct result of that, Bob? Well, Bob, they all took a knee today. All but I only saw 2 players standing up. The whole team took a knee, Bob. The inmates in the prison, they took a knee, Bob. How about a little message to your ass? How about one said, Jerry Jones, keep your nose out of it. If you don't intend to do something about the problem that's being addressed, then shut your mouth, because they have a right to do whatever they want to do. And if you threaten them that you can't do it, well, see what happens, Bob? They all take a knee. And I was glad to see it. Anyway, did anybody else see Bill Maher the other night and Woody Harrelson was on there? I enjoyed that thoroughly. I told y'all before I hardly ever miss Bill Maher if I can help it. Woody Harrelson was on there, and I enjoyed the whole thing. But a little thing that he was talking about was when Woody Harrelson went to dinner with Jesse Ventura and Donald Trump, because Donnie was thinking about running for president. And I guess maybe Jesse Ventura is a running mate. I don't know. Jesse Ventura, evidently, Woody said, call him and say, go to this dinner with me. Woody said that Donnie did exactly what Donnie always does, sit there and yak about himself and about how great he is, and goes on and on. Woody said he had to go outside and smoke a joint and come back in just so he could deal with him. And but he was thinking about it, a run for president on the Democratic side. That's Donnie. Donnie's not a Republican. Donnie's probably not a Democrat. But he's more liberal than anybody over there on the Republican side, and this whole damn game he plays is just a charade, and we can laugh at y'all because we can see it. We've known him for years. Hell, there's videotape of him all over the place saying the shit. He was a liberal. And now all of a sudden, he's a Christian, conservative, right-wing. No, I don't think so, buddy. He's running a con job on this whole country. But he's running a con job on the Republicans. And they've bought the whole story lock, stock, and barrel. Or at least most of them, as the ones that still have a brain, a critical thinking skills, that have to stand up and say, enough is enough, and stand up against him, because that's what everybody in this country needs to do. This first indictment, it's just the first domino coming. I can't wait till tomorrow. And I've been busy. We've had company since last Wednesday. They came, some friends of my son's flew in, and they've been staying with us. And we've really enjoyed Pate, Evan, I'm going to get pegged for that. Evan, and you see how it is when you get old. And I can't remember the third one right now. I'm going to get pegged for this shit. Didn't I write it down? No, I didn't write it down because they're friends. Peyton, Evan, and Taylor. I'm sorry, Taylor. And plus some other friends of my kids have been out here. They've been working on a little movie, and they've been showing their friends around Corpus Christi and whatnot. So we've had the pleasure of their company for a few days, and they're going to leave tomorrow to go back to Florida, and I hope they enjoyed themselves here. Anyway, I'm still working in the dark, people. I'm still stumbling around, but the big news is we got us an indictment, and it's the first of many more to come, and you know it is. And so just keep that in mind, and remember, emails, her emails. The more we hear him scream and holler and throw a little temper tantrum, like Donnie always does, it just means you hit a nerve. He knows what this shit is about because he's the one that did it. So he knows what's coming down the pike sooner or later. And we're all waiting for that day. It's Mueller time, baby. So anyway, that's about all I got. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernavo of Blue Dot in Texas. And on Twitter of Blue Dot. Facebook, John Bernavo Speaks. I appreciate y'all so much. Denise, thank you for the shirt and the DVD. And we're going to put the poster up here. I got to redo my board, people, because I've got several things I got to put up on my board. Plus, you really can't see it much. I got to get it a little closer or something. I got to redo my stage here, my old shop. Anyway, y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later. Bye now.